of CM Television, and welcome to this health show where we talk about health. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Nkai Gideon Nyenti. I'm a laboratory scientist, and today we will be talking about health. In health, we are going to be talking about a common disease that you all know, sickle cell disease. I'm sure a lot of you out there would have already heard about what sickle cell disease is all about. So today we'll be talking about what sickle cell disease is all about. We'll be giving you some causes of the sickle cell disease. We'll be giving you some signs and symptoms, and then we'll be telling you what you need to do to avoid the sickle cell disease. Okay, sickle cell disease is a group of blood disorder. I say it's a group of blood disorder because there are so many of them that are involved in the list. So we are going to start with a simple one that everyone knows, sickle cell anemia. Now, sickle cell anemia is an inherited blood disease that affects the red blood cells. Now, in this disease, you have to inherit one part of a defective gene from your father, and then you inherit another part from your mother for you to have the disease. One of the common things with sickle cell disease or sickle cell anemia is that once you have the crisis, you are going to start having shortage of blood, you are going to start having chest pain, you are going to start having a lot of discomfort. And so there are so many things that will happen during this period. Now, a lot of people out there don't know that they can actually prevent this disease before it happens. A lot of people don't know that they can take measures to stop sickle cell. There are so many people sick of sickle cell out there. A lot. You go to the hospital, young children, adults, the old people, sickle cell. So I want to go now into detail of what sickle cell is all about. Now, sickle cell anemia can be gotten when you take a defective gene from your father and then it combines with another person that has another defective gene from the mother. Now, by gene I mean it's an inborn something right inside of you. Now, for a normal person, you have this genotype, what I will be showing you here. A normal person is going to have a genotype that we call AA. Why somebody that carries the gene for sickle cell is going to have what we call AS. And then why somebody that is sick is going to carry the gene we call SS. Now, if you are AA, you can marry any person in this life. You are not going to have any defective child. It means all your children will be fine. But if you are AS, you need to be careful for the person that you marry. This is the purpose of this interview. Please, I repeat, if you are AS, you have to be careful for the person that you marry. This is because if you are AS and then you married another person that is AS, there is a 25% chance that you are going to have a child who will be sickle cell. There is a 25% chance. And please, viewers out there, don't take the chance that, no, the first child, it might not be, the second child might not be. No, you can never tell. You will never know. The best thing to do is just to avoid getting married to somebody that is AS. And how do you do that? You do that by knowing your genotype or by knowing what is inside of you. To do the genotype test is very easy out there. It's very easy. In any hospital that you go, you can easily know your genotype. Please, let us avoid getting married to those who are carriers too because of this sickle cell. Now, if you go to the hospital and you say you want to do a genotype test, they are going to take your blood and they run a test, and by the end of the day, you know whether you are AA, you are AS, or you are SS. And so if you are AS, you avoid marrying somebody that is AS. And if you are AA, you are fine. Please, young people out there, I want to advise you. You might start a relationship early. And you say, no, I don't want to get married. I will not want to do my genotype. No, it's wrong. if you are in a relationship, it is good that you know your genotype. It is good that you know the gene that is inside of you, so that you know that of your partner. It can prevent you having a sickle cell child. Now, let me come to the sickle cell proper. If you have a sickle cell child, this is what is going to happen. The first thing is that after every 6 months, or after every 2 months, or after every 3 months, or maybe every month, that child is going to be having sickle cell crisis. Now, this sickle cell crisis includes, there is going to be shortage of blood, there is going to be pain, there is going to be distress. The child will not be able to do the common thing that normal children do. The child may not be able to go to school. The child may not be able to play with their friends. The child may not be able to live a normal life like others. To avoid this, the best thing is to do your genotype test. The best way to go is only for you to do your genotype test. And to do, like I said, any hospital that you go around Boya, they will tell you whether they are doing the genotype or not. So avoid getting married to somebody without knowing the genotype. Now, in recent time, let's say from 2015 downward, our parents used to just get married anyhow. They don't care whether to check their genotype, and that's why a lot of children are suffering today, because our parents fail to check their genotype. But I'm talking to you now that you can check your genotype now and prevent the suffering that you're going to go through. Remember, if you have a child that is sickle cell, it is you, the parent, it is you, the mother, it is you, the father, that is going to suffer. Why? Because all your money will be going to that child, all your investment, all your finances for that child to survive. At the end of the day, a lot of them always die at the end, or they always die early. So the best way, the way out for you to do, is to do your genotype test. Do your genotype test. Know your genotype today. Know the genotype of your girlfriend. Know the genotype of your fiancé before you get into marriage. Don't allow excitement. Don't allow love to blind you. Please don't. Get into this. Know yourself. They say to know yourself is not an insult. It's good you already know that, hey, I am a carrier. I'm not supposed to mingle. I'm not supposed to get married. I'm not supposed to take chance to get married to the person that is a carrier also. And if you are out there, you have already done your genotype, please, I want you to tell your brothers. I want you to tell your sisters. Let's put hands together. Let's fight sickle cell anemia. Let's fight sickle cell disease. It's becoming too much in our society. It's becoming too much in our environment. Now, the latest statistics, for those of you who don't know, about more than 30% of the population are sickle cell carriers. I'm telling you facts, more than 30% are carriers. It means that in 100 people that you're going to meet, 30 of them are carriers of the sickle cell gene. That's the reason why we come to do this show, to tell you about sickle cell. Please, Mama, Papa, please, brothers and sisters, don't get into a relationship. I repeat, don't get into a relationship without knowing your genotype. Ladies and gentlemen, before we come back after this break, I'm going to tell you more on where you can do your genotype, on how you can go about it.